This is a second lesson. We've created the exterior walls, right? We have to punch openings in this to the windows, etc. Now what I want to do is create a floor, provisional floor, and a provisional ceiling. So let's see. Let's hide the exterior walls. So floor. Basically, I'm just going to create an outline, the shape of all of this. Now, for purposes of this, because we're only representing the interior, I can simplify that shape. Let me see if I can explain. Go to the top view. And basically create a shape that encompasses the entire floor. Consider this. If I took that shape, okay, and extruded it downwards 12 inches, right? Triple click it, make it a group, create a new layer for it, floor 12, and take that group and place it on that layer. Okay? I can now control the visibility of the geometry I've created so far, right? I can take that floor and duplicate it, right? I can make a copy of it. Go on the blue axis, say up 12 feet. Now that floor is a ceiling, right? And the space that we have inside there, what that yields, that's what I want to render. If I wanted to refine the shape of that floor, right? Let's create another, let's see, and call this ceiling 12. Let's say level 12. Right? And I take this guy and now move it to the ceiling tag, right? If I put this in what SketchUp calls X-ray mode, I can see through. So that's the space that I want to model. Remember, the CAD underlay is still there, and I can reveal it by turning on that drawing. So I can use that CAD underlay to create the interior partitions. Right? Let's try to do just that. Let's hide the visibility of the ceiling. Hide visibility of the exterior walls. Okay, we don't need this X-ray mode here, right? Go to plan view, right? And let's turn off this floor visibility as well. And say I just wanted to model these interior spaces. Well, one of the first things you'll notice is that the building structure is made up of columns as well as floor slabs. So there's steel columns that are enclosed in wall areas. So I'm going to identify those first. Let's see if I can illustrate what it is that I want to do. There's a shape. Okay, I'm going to outline the major vertical components in this model. So these are fixed areas. Right? And we're not going to do everything, but you can see in here that the CAD drawing is outlining an exposure, the shape of the enclosure, enclosure. There's a column in there, a steel column in there, and that's the wall that wraps it. There are a few more. I'm just tracing around them. And some are larger than others. I'm not being particularly careful about the shapes because I can revise or refine those later. Right? But these are going to be major vertical elements in this model. Similar as we did with the exterior walls, we can take these shapes and extrude them to a height of 12 feet. Let's make sure we've identified all of them. Right? There's a few more here. We're not even really sure if that is, but for all intents and purposes, it is an enclosure and it is occluding a view of whatever there is inside of there. We could, this round area that quite clearly has these parts, are sealed off. Right. Let's see, there's more here. rather massive one over there. Not sure what that is. Again, if you don't do this incredibly carefully at the outset, you can always go back in and revise. If I turn off visibility of the CAD underlay, right, you can see all these guys, and I can take them and strew them all to a height of 12 feet. 12 feet, enter, and then just double clicking the rest of them does the same. Oops. So these are all 12-foot high vertical phenomena inside the space. Okay? Let's group these just to be careful. Edit, make group. Oops, not component. And let's add a tag called columns. I want that to be a folder. Can I move this out? Yeah. I'm just moving those things out, and let's delete that tag folder because it's confusing. Okay. So now we have some vertical stuff. There's our exterior wall. There's our floor for level 12. And there's our ceiling for level 12. Looks like those columns might be a bit higher than 12 feet. Or some of them extruded a little bit higher. Now I can cut a section through the space. Oops. And move that into the space so you can start to see how it starts to reveal. There's my interior. And let's, in the next lesson, we'll make some openings in the walls.